Coffee Chats with Mom Bro, episode 5. Cheers, bro.
Cheers, bro. Good to be back. So the boss today has given me the task of leading the introduction. So it's my first time doing this, so bear with me. But I have been told I appear to be a young Joe Rogan.
By who?
Joe Rogan himself.
Oh, okay.
I saw him in the comments.
Oh, it'd be interesting if you guys could find that comment.
He's been viewing. he's one of our top fans. So anyway, bear with me as I try to get through this. But for those that don't know, Monique is my sister. We work together and we run our online business to help people get in shape. We do that through our nutrition and training plans and the support from us. Mm-hmm. And it all seems to be working well so far. We've been doing it for now 9 months. Business is going well, clients are getting results, so everything's heading in the right direction. So this podcast is just to give a bit of an insight into how we work with our clients, how we can help people that are watching this, and just keep everything here. So we like to follow a bit of a structure. We like to go with 4 topics that we discuss. The first one is nutrition based, so something that we work with on ourselves or our clients to help them get results. A training based topic, so that's something to help you in the gym or incorporate exercise into your lifestyle. The third one is just a lifestyle hack. So that's just pretty much anything we can think of that's just going to make your journey a little bit easier. And then finally, a business topic. So that's just for anyone who's a bit nosy, wants to see behind the scenes what Monica and I are getting up to, what we're working on in our business to help our clients or to grow things to help more people. So that's pretty much the theme of this podcast.
Good job, bro.
I think I've done a good job.
You aced it. You aced it.
I did real well. Maybe I just start doing this podcast on my own.
Oh, sad. Nah, because then everyone would drop off, surely.
Surely. But anyway, enough chit chat. Stop blabbering. We're going to lead into the next part of this podcast, where I'm going to ask the first question. So this is the nutrition based one. All right. So are you ready?
I'm ready.
You're only the one who came up with this question, so I'm just following what you put on the laptop.
I should be ready.
So for those that are out there, how are our meal plans created for our clients?
So what initially happens is if someone reaches out to us, we get to understand them, learn a little bit about them, and where they're wanting to go with their journey and what goal they're trying to reach. So lose weight, exactly what figure are we aiming towards, and from there we work out your calories that are going to determine your goal weight and getting you there, as well as your macros. And we like to focus a lot on protein because it helps with building muscle and toning, giving that defined look as you go as well on your weight loss journey. So that's the first step that we do, and then we kind of get to understand what meals you enjoy, what meals you don't enjoy, how you like to cook your meals, or if you don't like to cook your meals because you're quite a busy person. And then from there we send you through our list of recipes, which is like hundreds of recipes, so there's so many different options, and you get to pick kind of what you enjoy and what you like the sounds of. So we've got quite a few different categories that we like to work off. We've got quick and easy. Quick and easy,
sandwiches if you like sandwiches for lunch, cooked meals if you prefer cooked meals, even vegetarian options. So there's a big range of categories that we have. You pretty much just click what you want, and then we design the meal plan off that. Look, it is, we can't deny that like 80% of the meals are going to be clean eating, healthy, but we like to chuck in the snacks that people like. So I feel that's what separates a diet plan from a sustainable plan, something you can stick to. If you have 1 or 2 snacks throughout a day that you look forward to, it just makes it a lot easier to follow that meal plan.
And saying that though, I do think, because we've got like carb-based options and everything as well, so it's not just here's your protein source and here's a salad. Like there's so many different options in there that are enjoyable and that you can make and enjoy as you eat them as well. So I don't think there's like the meals in there aren't. I don't know how to explain it.
I think I'm talking mainly for like myself and some of I've noticed with a lot of the dudes that I work with. Not for everyone, but they generally just like quick and easy. They just want like 5 minutes or less to have their breakfast, lunch and dinner good to go. Then obviously there are clients out there that enjoy actually designing a nice meal, cooking a nice meal, and we've got all those options for that too.
Do you find that with your guys when they select the options, a lot are doing the quick and easy then?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much. It's just sandwiches for lunches, quick and easy breakfasts.
Yeah.
Which is fine because we've got everything there for that. But some of your girls would like more the asahi bowls and things like that, so we've got all that sorted as well.
Yeah, there's some baking options in there because I know some of us girls like to bake. I've got some like jam donuts in there that are so good, but then some of my girls don't like to as well, so it's good that we do have the different categories.
And it's the same for guys. Like we do have like a big meal selection, and whether it is quick and easy or you do want to take your time and make something that actually looks amazing, we've got it for you. So regardless if you're a male or female, we got you sorted.
Yeah, we've got heaps of options, so there's always something for someone to enjoy, that's for sure. Cool. So that's pretty much how we design the meal plans, and I think so far it's working pretty good. Like our clients are getting good results and they're also enjoying it, so that's the main thing. Can I ask the next question?
Yeah, you can take back over. I think I've done enough work.
A bit tired over there. So our next topic that we usually touch on is training. So quite an interesting one is when to know when to rest. So how long should people who are training at the gym be resting for between their sets, and also how long should you be waiting until you train the same muscle groups again?
Yeah, okay.
Two questions.
Wow. I like asking the questions more. You really put me on the spot here. So it depends your training history, what goals you want to achieve, what equipment you've got access to. So this is generally where like the help of a trainer or someone that can help you out. If you don't know what you're doing, will come in handy. So for the most part, if you're new to the gym and you are just having to build up your muscular endurance, your nervous system, which is just getting your body used to these movements, probably you only want 60 seconds to 2 minutes, because it's more in that 10 to 15 rep range. A few sets of that. So 90 seconds or so rest period would be the sweet spot. If you're someone who is wanting to kind of build muscle, you might aim for a little bit longer, 90 seconds to 2 minutes, maybe even 2.5 minutes. If you're someone that really wants to focus on power and strength, that's when you lift very heavy and your rep range is probably only going to be 5 or so, maybe even less. But that's where you can have a long rest period. So that's where you sometimes see people at the gym 3 to 5 minutes between each set, but that's because each set is just maximal effort, like close to 100%, which you won't be able to do and rest for 60 seconds.
Oh God.
If you're doing that all the time. And that is something to be aware of. If you can always do your set and it's meant to be a very heavy set or maximal effort one, and within 30 seconds you feel like you can go again, unfortunately you're probably not lifting heavy enough or training hard enough, because you want to really be utilizing that rest period.
Obviously it depends on the exercises that you're doing, but I like to, as like a rough guideline, say 60 to 90 seconds or so for like the smaller muscle groups, and then about 2 minutes around that kind of range if you're doing like the bigger areas. So you've got your quads, your chest, your back that you're focusing on, just because you are like depleting those muscles from the energy that they have in them when you're doing the exercise. So you've got to think about giving them enough time to actually recover before you go again, because otherwise you're just doing a half-ass effort and no one wants that.
Exactly. And bigger muscle groups, like you said, are going to require more energy, which means you're going to take longer for your glycogen stores, which is just your energy source of your muscles, to replenish. So if you are doing a squat and you're doing 10 reps and you can go within 40 seconds, you need to push yourself harder, because you're not actually lifting heavy enough.
Exactly. And so I'll get into the next topic,
Wait, well, there was one more part of that.
Sorry, there was too.
See, maybe I do need to take over again. Was it the recovery, right?
So how long in between, so say if I, for an example, we'll make it easy, I just went today and I trained my back and biceps. When can I next train them, that muscle group?
I would say you would at least want 1 day off, ideally 2.
Have a day off.
Yeah. You want to be hitting your muscle groups twice a week. So however way you're following your plan. I think in one of our previous videos we talk about how plans are structured. But you want to ideally hit each muscle group twice a week. So if you're hitting one muscle group 1 day, you probably would have more realistically 2 days off before you hit it again.
Yeah.
But that works all into your schedule. So maybe go back and look at one of our other videos if you want to see how that should be designed.
Yeah. Or obviously reach out to us if you want more of a structured program as well, because that's what we specialise in and what we can help with. So the next topic being lifestyle. I want to kind of switch this up this week and ask what's something that we do in our lifestyle that maybe people can pick up on as well. And I guess I'll go first.
Yep.
It's something that I do. So what I usually tend to do, and obviously this may not work for everyone as well, but this is just what I've done for the last maybe year or so, is get out of bed. First thing I do is kind of just like some stretches, and it's kind of flowing through the movement rather than doing like a static hold stretch. And the reason I do that is because I've obviously been sleeping for about 8 hours or so my muscles are stiff and they haven't done anything. So I like to get the blood flowing through. But Brandon's bored out of this conversation.
Go for it.
Honestly,
just keep bragging about your great morning routine.
I think you probably got to watch it when we were in Thailand. We lived there for the 3 months, and he was just like, what the hell is she doing?
Yeah.
But honestly, waking up and getting the blood flowing through to my muscles then increases the blood flowing through into my brain as well. So it sets me up for the day, because I do feel really stiff when I get up. So to get up and flow through movement just sets me up for a good productive day, I feel anyway.
Yeah, I wish I could say the same for me. Like, Monique's got the typical Instagram, get up early in the morning, what is it, like 5 a.m, does all her stretches, takes her dog for a walk, has her matcha or whatever.
And it's not even a lie,
it's not even a lie, it's actually what she does. And I'm like, I can never do that.
But I was never like that at one point. I used to wake up so late. I never had any healthy habits that I did or anything.
Well,
so
lucky for you. I'm a little bit different. I don't have one of those amazing morning routines. I've tried, but I find what works best for me now is I used to just get up and probably like most people just like scroll or check notifications, do all that stuff. And I've tried to do Monique's routine, but it's just too hard for me. So the easiest thing I could do to set myself up to be productive is actually not to check my notifications for the first probably 30 minutes to an hour. I have a real bad tendency of like the first thing I'll do when I wake up is check my phone, check notifications from clients, check it from social media, check emails. But I was reading into it, and that creates like a reactive state, which just means right from the minute I wake up, I am now on work mode and catering to everyone else. And in your day-to-day life, you've got so much things you need to cater for. If you're in that reactive state right from the get-go, you actually take your focus away from what you really want to focus on.
Yeah.
So now I just make an effort not to check my notifications the first, probably close to an hour of the morning.
Is that why I don't get any responses when I'm trying to do, I'm already up for work. I've been up for 4 hours.
You're already up for 4 hours and heard nothing from me. But I've found that's helped me out a lot. Mentally, I'm so much more clearer. My mornings are so much more relaxed and settled. I'm actually easing myself into the day. And when it comes time for me to check my notifications, I actually feel at peace already.
Yeah.
Rather than the minute I wake up, rolling over, getting on my phone, even doing work from my bed, it's just not a good way to start my day.
Yeah.
And that's changed like things for me completely. So if you can't have that cool morning routine that Monique's got, I'll recommend try to stay off notifications for the first half an hour or so.
Yeah, but that's the difference, hey? It's not that my routine is a perfect routine, because it's not, and not everyone can do that, or not everyone can sustain it and enjoy it. So if you kind of got to find what works for you, and if that works for you, then that's great. And that's also a really good tip as well, because a lot of people would just wake up and scroll.
I think that helps out a lot, but also the most important part of a morning routine is enjoying your morning routine to set yourself up to be productive for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
That's pretty much the main goal of a morning routine.
Yeah.
And as long as when it's time to switch on and you're ready to go, you're productive and you've got energy, you've got a good morning routine.
Yeah.
So that would be the main taking point from this.
Yeah. So out of curiosity, how did you find transitioning from not looking into your phone and your notifications first thing when you wake up? Because if people are trying to do that, like, is it beneficial now knowing the advantages it has? Was it hard?
Yeah, definitely. So like I now like to keep my phone away from my bed. Okay, so use an alarm clock. Okay, so you're using an
He's gone ancient on us, guys. We're losing him.
yeah. No, but it's better than using your phone as an alarm.
Yeah.
Because when you have your phone as an alarm, it's easy to then just open up Facebook, Instagram,
Yeah.
whatever the hell you look
Yeah.
at. But I like to charge my phone overnight in the kitchen, have my alarm clock. When that goes off, it's like you can chill in bed if you
Yeah.
want, or you can get up and go. But then when I get up, it's then time to like have a shower, have breakfast. I even find, even more, as bad as this might sound, even putting TV on and watching TV in the background as I get myself ready
Yeah.
is a better way that I'm not reactive to notifications.
Yeah.
And in this day and age, you get so much content everywhere. The TV, in a way, is kind of a less intense way of getting, entertainment. So
Yeah.
as bad as that sounds, but it works for me, and it means when it's time for me to open up my computer, time for me to check my notifications, I'm good to go, and
Yeah.
I'm fresh, and I'm feeling good, and I'm feeling happy. So
Yeah.
those are the tips that I've used.
Yeah, even you can just set your. Here's a tip for you, bro. You can just set your phone in another room and use that alarm rather than going out and buying a ancient alarm clock. But whatever
Well,
works for you.
It's not ancient. It's one of those cool
Oh, is that?
Yeah, you wouldn't even know. You wouldn't even know.
No, because I'm upbeat.
It's all voice animated. All voice.
Oh, okay.
Okay. It's not animated.
Well, if you're not bougie like Brandon, then just make sure you use your phone and you've just got your alarm in
Or
a
just get
different
an
room.
old one from Warehouse.
No,
Exactly
please just put it in a different room. So that means you have to get up, you have to walk out of bed and turn it off.
Yeah, either or.
Whatever works.
Either or. This works for me, so yeah.
Whatever works for you, bro. What's been going on behind the scenes with motion fitness at the moment for those nosy people who are listening?
So if you're watching this, you'll be able to see these flash gears that we got on.
My one's more on the back.
Yeah. So we've been working on getting our own gears, because now that we don't have a job to go to, we've got to figure out what clothes we're going to wear every day. And I thought, well, I might as well wear something that I at least think looks good.
Yeah.
I enjoy wearing it. It's kind of my uniform. I'm not working in the gym anymore, so I don't have a gym outfit. And rather than wearing other people's shit, I might as well just wear my own.
Yeah, it looks mean.
Thank you. I think it looks mean, and really that's all that matters.
Yeah, so I've got the exact same one, but like a jumper. And I've actually got a top exactly like that as well. A little bit more feminine, but these ones don't show it as much unless it's on the back, so I might have to give it back flex.
Yeah, because you got more of the feminine style.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm more just, I like this style.
Yeah.
It's like gold block lettering, white letters. We've actually got others in the works, different colours coming out. So these are just our OG original ones. We're going to get more as time progresses, because I realise as much as I like wearing my own stuff, if I've got just one shirt, I look like that smelly dude every time I go to the gym. Disclaimer, I've got a few of these, so it's not just the same one I'm wearing all the time.
Start saying that in your Instagram reels, please.
But yeah, we're going to have a few different types, and I like the theme that we're going with, kind of gym gears, but also street gears. So whether you want to use them for casual occasions, like going out, going to bars, going to restaurants, you can wear them anywhere. You can wear them at the gym. We don't care.
Yeah, we don't
as
care.
long
We're chill.
as you're wearing them. So, but that's the other thing. We're not even thinking of selling them just yet. We know a few people have reached out for them, but for now we're just gonna focus on what we're doing, and maybe get there eventually.
Yeah, I feel like confident wearing them though. I feel cool. It's awesome to rep our company, our brand, and what we kind of want to get out there into the world. And it's cool. I like them. I like them a lot.
Yeah, and that's all that really matters.
That's the main thing. As long as we're happy. Stop everything else.
Exactly.
No, thanks for joining us again today, guys. We really appreciate all the support that you give us. As usual, if you have any questions, pop them in the comments section and we can always answer them on our next episode. Like, subscribe, follow, all of that good stuff. And we'll see you again next week for episode 6. Anything you want to say?
I hope I did well in the intro. Hopefully I don't have to do another one. But
Yeah, no, smashed it. No, cheers everyone.
Sweet as. Cheers.